Hello, Leamon. This is Steve Moyer and Leamon Hood. We're going to do a little screencast today on nodes. How you
Hi,
doing?
Steve. I am wonderful.
I, app-
Still groovy.
I appreciate this, and we're going to get to ponder this again because I deleted the first one we did today.
Not a problem.
Accidentally. But let's get going. We know how it goes. I'm going to explain a little bit about the nodes network technology and the vision and the idea. So jump in anytime with any comments or questions you may have, okay?
Will do.
This is the Nodes Network, a group on Facebook. Nodes Network is a group, and you may join it if you wish. We have various information in here. One of the things I want to go over today is some insights I had about nodes after talking to you the other night. I have some more clarity on some things. Meta names are the words that people will register in the network. It's similar to a domain name system like we have with, Google.com or Yahoo.com or Facebook.com. Those are names that you register right now, but they are not necessarily honest. For example, if I go to, let's say I go to love.com, where do you think it will go? AOL.com. Well, that's not really an honest representation of the word love, is it?
Definitely not for the majority and the masses.
Now, if you go to love.nodes.net, you get something that's a little bit closer to love. At least it says love on the screen. It says Love Earth Network, which is actually a pretty nice site. But if you go to oil.nodes.net or no oil.nodes.org, it'll take you to oil prices. And if you go to gold, it'll take you to gold prices. So this is representative of what it is that you want to see. Right? And if you type news, it'll take you to news. And if you type, I don't know, politics, let's try politics and see where it goes. I don't really know where it goes. Some of these words are defined at the moment. Oh, realclearpolitics.com. Well, that's fair, I guess. It at least is about politics, right?
Right. And this is all about maintaining I guess, a higher degree of integrity with the meta names versus domain names, correct?
Yeah, domain names are available for whoever wants to buy them. And one of the rules of the Nodes network is going to be you can't buy any word that's in the dictionary, the English dictionary. So you won't be able to buy love. You won't be able to buy politics. You won't be able to buy news. We'll define them in a consensual manner, and that remains to be determined how that's going to be done. But I want the network as a whole to decide where people should go when they type news.nodes.net, or where they go when they type love.nodes.net. It needs to be something that's definitely related to the subject of the word. And hopefully it is the most quality resource on the internet, hopefully, that we all agree is the best place to go for love or news or politics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's meta name, and meta name is the word, but there are three functions to the meta name, and I'll get to them down here. Two-character meta links are user-specific. That was an insight I had after talking to you. In other words, if you type gp.nodes.net, well, it'll go wherever you have defined GP to go, right? And everybody can have their own definitions for two-letter words. And one-letter words don't exist. They're not, I'm just reserving them for future use. So you won't be able to type a.nodes.net and go somewhere. In the future, maybe, but not right at the beginning. That's a very powerful thing to do. You can understand. If you let people buy single letters, they would buy them up right away, right?
Right.
Because it's less to type.
Sure.
And so I'm not letting anybody have them. I think they have a special use, and I haven't even figured out what it is myself. If you have any ideas, I'm open, but I think we should decide that as a network. And that's part of the philosophy of the Nodes Network, is that we work together to figure out what quality is. What's the right thing to do? What's the smart thing to do? What's the intelligent thing to do? We need an intelligent, smart, accurate, correct namespace. That's what these are called. We're creating a namespace here, basically. And it exists at nodes.net, but it could exist anywhere because the database will be shared with all the nodes. So let's say, for example, you have a domain that you own called leamonhood.com, all right? Just for the sake of discussion. I don't think you do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, but let's say you had leamonhood.com. You would be able to do all of the things that we're doing here at nodes.net at leamonhood.com, and it would work the same way. You'd type love.leamonhood.com, and you'd go wherever the database said to go. All right?
Right.
And when you had your own database, you could make it work differently than the way that I make it work at nodes.net, but the technology would be the same. So you would have the opportunity to have different links for different words on yours than we do for mine at nodes.net. So the three functions of a metaname are metalink, search engine, and agent. Now let me explain each one. Metalink is what we've been doing so far. When I type a word like love or, oh, let's see, what else would we do? Oh, here's one, JC. That's a two-letter word, and that's defined by me to take you to Japan Crisis, which looks a little bit scrunched here, but it's all about the Japanese crisis with Fukushima, right? So that's how I've defined it. You could define JC to be something else, and it would go somewhere else. That's a metalink. A search engine is, say, for example, let's type earthquake Japan news.nodes.org. You see that up there?
Yes.
Okay, that's what the link is. And these links are good because you can post them in Facebook or even in YouTube and lots of places, and they're not that long. If you look at the actual length of this thing, God, it's awful long. The actual link is like, 150 characters or something. You could not post that in Facebook, or maybe you could, I don't know. There are lots of places where you couldn't post it because it's too long and too much gobbledygook. But the link that we had was actually short and easy to understand. It was, what was it? It was earthquake japan.news.nodes, right? That's pretty short.
Right.
That's a short link. It's what, 50 characters or something? It's easily postable, and you can make them up on the fly. Just type them in and you know what they're going to do. And so I often do. And especially I make up links like this. If I go syntegration.define.nodes.org. If I read a word and I don't know what it means, I will do this. And this will give me the definition of syntegration. I don't even know if it's a word. Is it a word? No, it's not a word. A good example,
I have to just take your word on that.
Integrity.define, I know integrity is a word, .nodes.org. That's a word. And that will take us to integrity. Yeah, there it is. All right. So you can do that, and you can type these things into Facebook or YouTube or any place, and you will immediately connect it with something that's relevant.
Right.
If that's what you want to do. And oftentimes I find people that are talking about something like a movie, for example. Can you name a movie that you can think of? Name a movie, Leamon.
Name a movie?
Yeah, name a movie.
Flight.
Flight.
Yes.
IMDb. IMDb is the meta word for the Internet Movie Database. Let's see what we get. There it is, 2012 Flight. And look at that, how easy that was to get the page, at IMDb for the movie Flight. I can just cut and paste it now. I could now paste it into Facebook if I wanted to, right? Because I've got it.
Yep.
I've got it. It's right here. I can come down here and I can paste it in there. And now we've got Flight as a comment on this post. All right?
Okay.
Now, this is where it gets interesting, is with the agent parameter. So these are the three pieces of data that you will be able to control once you become a member of the Nodes network and register a meta name as your name. Just like you would register a domain name at a registrar on the internet. You will be able to control the agent, the search engine, and the meta link. The search engine we just saw with IMDb or news. The agent is not implemented at the present time, but that's the whole nuts and bolts. That's the vision of the Nodes network. It's an open data quality discernment system, and that is a mouthful. In other words, find the good stuff and keep the data in the open. So all of the data that's going into this database is open, and all of the data of what people are looking for and the constructions that they make with these words, it's all open data. Meaning anybody can have it, and they can do anything they want with it. That's a radical idea.
It is.
Because Google and these places, they keep the data to themselves, and they use it internally to generate relevant advertising, right?
Right. I mean, it's all about, because they're driven by, revenue. They want to monetize what they've created. That's their whole objective.
And I have a monetary system here too, in the sense that I'm selling these names, but I'm not selling them. I'm not selling words that are in the dictionary. So I've already set aside a whole lot of words, saying no, you can't have those.
All right.
And that makes it possible for us to develop a quality discernment system for all words that are in the dictionary to start with, and to try and form a consensus on where people should go when they choose love, or when they choose politics, or when they choose, business. Where should they go?
Right.
And but people can register, companies can register their name as a word, and then they can define the meta link, the search engine, and the agent. And the agent would be something that we don't have them yet, but it would be like for me, where it would be taking the results of a search, and this would be Fiscal Cliff News. And if I do it, it'll just do a search at Google News for the words Fiscal Cliff, because that's in the news right now. But it doesn't actually order these items in terms of what I would like to see. There's probably only 2 or 3 articles in here that are worth my time, but I don't know which 2 or 3 to read, right? Well, an agent would conceivably tell me. It would tell me, well, which 2 are the ones that are right for me, given what it knows about me and what I prefer to read about. So, I mean, Google's trying to do this, but they're going to always fail because they're trying to make money, and that's their prime directive. Okay? So, basically, this is what agents are about. Their agents are about quality discernment.
Got it.
And we're running up on the last minute. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Do you have any questions or comments?
Again, this is intriguing. And it is definitely worth further pondering. And now that I know what the objective is, I will be more than happy to contribute any comments or any questions, concerns, and even suggestions if I have any.
Well, you're part of the Nodes Network group, so I will post this video there, and you can comment on it on Facebook. Anybody who wants to join the group can go to nodesnetwork.nodes.net, and that'll take you to the Facebook group. This is where you can get that little bookmark that I've been using, the MetaLink bookmarklet, and you just drag it up to your toolbar like I just did. Did you see that?
Yep, I see it.
And that's what you do. And once you have it, then any words you highlight, prompt, and you do MetaLink, it'll be ready to go in the prompt. See that? All right, we got 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. I thank you very much for doing this, Leamon.
You're very welcome, Steve. Thank you.